This is the Kashcroe Radio Show. Now your hosts, Andre Russell and cohorts Shaquan and Darren.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the first episode of the Kashcroe Radio Show, your hub for all things video game entertainment. So if you've discovered us on any of the major podcast platforms, consider subscribing. Also, if you're tuning in from YouTube, hit that notification bell so you can know when we drop fresh content. On YouTube, we do reviews, countdown lists, live streams, and a bunch of other awesome stuff. With all that said, I'm your host, Dre, and with me today are my hosts, Shaquan, and live from the Espada studio, here's Darren.
What's up, y'all? What's up?
What's going on, guys? Yo, tell the people who you are, where they can find you.
I'm gonna go first. I'm Shaquan. You can find me on Instagram at Bachelor. It's BACHELAH. I am a screenwriter, songwriter, and now a podcaster. Stuff.
My name is Darren. You catch me on Twitter at AspadaNeg, NEG, and you can catch me on Twitch streaming some type of nonsense at AspadaT13. YouTube. Espada Viper 13, I do it all.
So it's Espada all the way through.
Exactly.
All right. So I think this is a perfect place for us to start, right? So it's our first episode. It's a new year. I want us to take a step back. I think we could talk about a bunch of things that happened last year, but I want you guys to stop for a second and think one thing or one event in video game that stood out to you last year.
For me, it'd probably have been E3.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool. We got the Halo gameplay reveal for the multiplayer, which a lot of people were, pretty excited about because we had already seen piece of the campaign, but people really come to Halo for the multiplayer. That's what it's really known for. So that was good. We saw some Forza Horizon. Metroid Dread was revealed, I believe. So E3 was pretty big.
Espada.
Me, definitely the PlayStation Showcase.
Yeah.
Between Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, being a huge Borderlands fan, first of all, that co-op experience, that Forspoken, the gameplay finally released for that. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was
yes,
fire, bro.
Exactly. Definitely seeing Forspoken. That was a good one. And Wolverine. No gameplay, but just knowing that's coming.
Bro.
I'm
Come on.
for that too.
Exactly. Just knowing that that's on its way, and the way they did Spider-Man and Miles Morales, I can't wait for it.
I really want to see what they do with that too, because
Absolutely.
I don't know if you guys ever played the X-Men Origins Wolverine, but bruh.
I never played it, but I remember seeing he was fucking up helicopters and shit.
Everything, bro.
So I'm really excited to see what they do for Wolverine, because I don't think he's really gotten a good game by himself where he just got a whole lot of shine. So this should be a really good thing for him.
Right, exactly.
For me, I feel the Video Game Awards was I don't know if because it was the last major event for the year, but I love the Video Game Awards because of all the reveals that happened. One of the major reveals that really caught my eye, I think was it Horizon? I think they had the Horizon reveal, right?
Zero Dawn,
I believe
right?
so.
Yeah, the Horizon. So I'm very I really want to play the new Horizon game, because I actually am playing the older one right now for the first time, and I was this is crazy. So I'm very excited to see what they do with that. Also, the lineup they had for for games of the year and all that stuff. So one of the things that I was grateful for was Guardians of the Galaxy winning narrative, best narrative, because I think that was a super cool game. I don't know if you guys ever played that. But
no.
You guys really need to check that out. It's pretty dope. It's
I've
one
been
of
hearing
the dopest
good
games I
things
played
about
last
it.
year, next to Psychonauts. So you guys should really check that out.
Yes,
so
sir.
Did you guys watch the Game Awards?
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Who you guys got for Game of the Year?
My personal pick for Game of the Year was Psychonauts 2. Psychonauts, even just as a franchise, I got up on it really late.
Yeah.
So I played the first one in preparation for the second one dropping, and then I was fucking blown away by it. Tim Schafer is amazing. I didn't know that Raz's voice actor is the same voice actor as like Billy from
Invader
Billy
Zim.
and Mandy. Invader Zim too, same
Invader
thing.
Zim,
Like
yeah.
so, it's like it's just these chaotic characters, and it's
Right.
like it was just like a real life cartoon that you were just playing. And then Psychonauts 2, I feel like captured that same aesthetic and just kind of it's weird because it's like it made everything about the first game better, and like that, like I know that's what you expect from a sequel, but it's just like they actually delivered, and a lot of people I feel like don't do that. So,
Yeah, they really expounded on the story of Psychonauts. Which I really loved. It felt like an actual continuation of the story.
Yeah. So and it happened like canonically, or I guess just within the timeline, it happens like the day after the first game, which is pretty
I think
cool.
there is a third game though, right? It's a VR game, but I don't think anyone really has to play it. It's more like
it does have a consistent narrative, so it's not like filler necessarily, because there's like something with the guy, the villain, not from the first one, or one of the villains from the first one. Like the VR is about him, you're in his mind, and that's where the second one starts off too.
So
it's like a bridge between the two of them.
Between the two.
Yep.
What's it called? Rhombus of Ruin.
Yes. And they make mention of it. Like, so it's like, it's, you know, it's you consider it like
it's
a
very
entry.
I like the consideration of like continuing the story.
Yeah.
What about you, Darren?
Definitely little left field, but Resident Evil Village. I really enjoyed that game.
I don't think it was that left field, because Resident Evil is like, as a franchise, is huge, and people were like, I know like it came already, so like, and it came like earlier in the year, so right now people are kind of, I guess, like a little bit more down off of their high from it.
Yeah.
But leading up to it, the fucking anticipation was crazy.
Yeah.
Especially after the lady, what's her name?
Dimitrescu. Yeah.
Yo, bro,
memes galore. Oh my goodness.
Galore. Like
the thirst was an overdrive. It was kind of disgusting, but all right.
Right? Yeah. Like, I don't know what was the fascination with this giant chick. Like, bro, I don't get it. I didn't get it. I did not get it. But
no idea.
Hey, to each his own, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, just the layers of villains. Heisenberg, Lady Dimitrescu, you know, Chris coming in playing that. It was overall like I say it's better than 8, but I can also say I'm enjoying the first person format of the game. I like it better than the third person.
I'm not big on it. I'm not big on it.
A lot of people aren't. I
feel like it doesn't feel like Resident Evil when I'm playing it in first person. It feels like a different game. And maybe that's why people gravitate to it so much, because it's kind of like a shake-up of the formula.
But I mean, I think 4 was that as well, because remember
4 was definitely a shake-up.
From 1 to 3 is like the whole
like
almost top-down type of thing.
I'm definitely looking forward to remake for 4. I'm definitely looking forward to that.
Bro, I can't wait, because that was... I feel like that's what... No, I'm lying. Resident Evil 0 was the first Resident Evil I played. Jake won with me too. That was the first Resident Evil I got put on. And bro, listen, that kind of changed my life, bro. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That changed my life.
The first Resident Evil I played was like, I had an older cousin with a Dreamcast, and he had Nemesis. That shit.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah. No, thank you.
I like to see the like the remakes of that as well. So, but it's good that, like, you know, there's a mainline entry that is like also, you know, people think it's of quality, you know, because Resident Evil, what was it, 7? It was the one that came before it, 7.
Yeah,
I really like that too. It gave me a lot of you know, PT vibes in the beginning, but then it became more like, I guess, action in the second half, and they kind of did the same thing for Village as well.
Definitely.
But like, I think they brought the action like up.
Absolutely.
Like, up towards the end, like it got really like into like the Resident Evil 5 type of like
horror, like that Village. Definitely.
Yeah.
The Lycans attack you through the buildings. You like boarding up walls and pushing shit in front of windows. That there is, bruh. Yeah. It sets that panic. I love games like that.
Yeah. Because you streamed it on Twitch, right?
Absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, so you guys gotta go check that out.
Definitely.
All right. Yeah, so for me, my personal pick for game of the year was actually Psychonauts 2. I feel like that game was like pretty like brilliantly written. The story was just like off the chain, and these characters were like so like fully like animated. I don't know if you guys ever seen what's that Nickelodeon show? It felt like a Nickelodeon TV show.
It felt like a cartoon,
a Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah, I felt the same way.
Yeah, so I love that aspect of that, and again, the fact that that same voice actor was in there, so it's like I kind of made that connection already. And personally, I started playing Psychonaut. That was the cops. Anyways, personally, I played the first one last year, so. I was never interested in playing it as a kid, which is funny. And now I'm a grown ass man, and I was like, "Oh, I want to play Psychonaut. It reminds me of my childhood."
Right. I remember Psychonauts from like the OG Xbox days because I had a neighbor that just was like the only person I ever knew was like they had not the only person, but like he was one of the only people I knew that had an Xbox, and like it had like Blinks the Cat, like the original Halo, and Psychonauts was on there. So like, and it always looked interesting, but like besides that, I never like really saw much about it. But I knew that a lot of people like really liked it, and I was like, let me see what the hype is all about. You know, Psychonauts 2, like the trailer, I forgot when the original trailer was shown to us. I think it was in probably 2020. Because it's been in development for a while, and they showed the trailer, and like out of everything that was shown, there was a bunch of AAA games shown, and then they showed Psychonauts, and I feel like I was the only person that was just super excited. Like that was the game that I was looking forward to. At that point, never ever played it, and that was what that's what I was looking forward to. And thanks to Game Pass and like Xbox having backwards compatibility, I got the chance to play it. And I was like, cool, I'm gonna see if I can beat it by the time I finish. By the time Psychonauts 2 came out, and I did, and I do not regret it. I might play it again, actually.
Definitely. The way you was describing it, I've never played it, but I always remember the first time I ever heard of Psychonauts was that Milkman meme. That's the first time I've ever heard of that.
The Milkman conspiracy.
Yeah, exactly. And I was just like,
when I started to look back, and I'm like, yo, what's the craze about this Milkman conspiracy, bro? What is going on here?
Exactly.
I think you're the one, you let me know that before, because I was talking to Darren about it before, and he was like, yo, that sounds so familiar, whatever. And he showed me that, and I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yes.
And then when you actually play like the level itself, it's just like, I don't know, it might seem random, but it still fits in within like the overarching narrative and stuff. And it just shows you just like how much like, Tim Schafer, I know, just being a part of different like animations, like actual cartoons and stuff, like it's set up like it would have been like an episode on like Billy and Mandy or something like that.
Right.
Like it plays out naturally. It doesn't feel like you're just trying to be cartoonish. It just feels like an actual cartoon that you get to play.
It just flows.
Right. And that was actually my favorite level from the original.
The first one? Oh, okay.
The Milkman.
Yeah.
I don't know. It says, I am the Milkman. My milk is delicious. What?
Yeah, this was, and just to go back to the Game Awards in general, like all of the games that were in the running for Game of the Year, it just reinforces the idea of like games being fun. And I don't want to sound like a I don't know, old man shouting at the sky or something like that, but like a lot of the times we
back
like,
in
especially
my day.
Yeah, but not even that like back in my day, but just like with the whole next generation, a whole lot of like hoopla is around like, oh, is this streaming at such and such as the FPS, this and that.
Absolutely.
Like, what can this hardware do?
Right.
And we kind of forget like the game itself needs to be fun as well. Because Psychonauts, not even just Psychonauts, It Takes Two. Like if It Takes Two looked a little less, I don't know what's the word I'm looking for, high fidelity.
Right.
It would have still been a fun fucking game. It would have still been a Game of the Year contender. I feel like all of the selections were there. Was Returnal there as well?
No.
No, I don't think so. It was Deathloop.
Yeah,
the concept of that was awesome too.
Yes, all of the games were like great concepts. Metroid Dread, it goes back to like the original,
the original roots of Metroid, bro.
Exactly,
right.
But it's not even like, oh, we just want to like get a quick buck and like just go back to nostalgia and try to like make you guys pay for that. But like, because I played a little bit of it on my friend's Nintendo Switch, and it was just a demo, and that shit was fucking terrifying. Like they let you play like a lot of the game on the first demo, so
really?
It made me it. I mean, I always wanted to get a Switch, but like that was like definitely like, yeah, I'm gonna probably get that.
Definitely worth it.
That's why I ended up getting a Switch. The Metroid was actually why I ended up buying a Switch.
Right. Listen, it might convert me too. But yeah, all of the games of the Game Awards this year were like really, really like they all deserve to be there.
Yeah, they all delivered in their own way.
Yeah, and I don't know what it is with It Takes Two. I don't know if it's because I'm playing with my wife, but it's like a different experience, bro. It's a different experience. Yeah. So it feels new.
Right.
Because I played what's the first game that
Way Out.
Way Out, right? Yeah. So I played A Way Out with one of my boys, and it was okay. It was good. But I feel like It Takes Two is just like on a different level, not only with narrative, but just like that cooperation.
Definitely.
Gameplay
gives me Little Big Planet vibes.
Yeah, so I feel like it was well deserved. I think it was well deserved.
Yeah, I think A Way Out, when it came out, like every streamer was playing it like with their friends. It's just, and damn, once again, old man shouting at the sky. I'm not even that old. Like making like we got so used to just like playing online games that would be like FPSs and stuff like that. There's like not a lot of games that you could say need to be co-op.
Right.
Whereas back in the day, like every game like had like a co-op option. You just plug in another controller and play with somebody.
Right.
Like,
you on the couch.
You don't have to buy the second one for like
you could just,
whether it was A Way Out.
Invite a friend.
Right. Just call your friend over. Or, you know, you have somebody that they don't even have to have the game. They could like barely know how to use the console. Like you said, you're playing with your wife. I know she's not really a gamer. And, you know, she could just pick up the controller and play it. It's fucking amazing. I love that. You know, games that, you want to play with a friend. Or you need to play with a friend, actually.
Right.
I think that's really cool.
Definitely important.
I mean, I feel like you guys, I actually had a few other questions, but I feel like it would kind of be redundant. The next question would be like, what was your personal pick for game of the year, right? So I feel like we've already kind of like picked our game of the year.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so
it's like it's Resident Evil Village,
right?
Yeah. Well, like I said, any of those games, like
they could have easily won.
There was absolutely. And people, I've heard like a lot of people just say like, oh, it was a slow year for games, and I don't feel like that really.
I don't think so either.
They're like, as much as not a lot of people have like new hardware in terms of like the PS5 and the Series X.
That's the only real drawback, honestly.
Right. Like I feel like there was still like a lot of high concept games or games that just like captured a lot of people, especially in this time that we're in right now. It's like it's grabbed a lot of attention, and they weren't just like gimmicky or anything like that. They were like real good games that people
absolutely
put like ideas and money behind. It was like, yes, let's go with this.
Because definitely Shaq knows, like, one thing I'll complain about is not having a good enough horror game, and I felt like Resident Evil Village definitely delivered on all walls for sure. So I
haven't played it yet, so I'm just I'm just listening to your like excitement for the
definitely
game.
A must.
I'll definitely check it out. It was actually on my list of games I didn't play last year, but shouldn't on one of my videos. So
definitely a must.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that out. So I'm gonna hit you guys with it's an off topic, well, kind of, sort of, but I'm gonna hit you guys with a question. What game you guys think gave people over the past 5 years gave people a bang for their buck? Over the past 5 years.
So what game over the past 5 years gave people a bang for their buck?
Yeah.
You want to take this one, Darren?
Yeah. Definitely my all-time favorite, Red Dead Redemption 2.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Definitely. You know how I feel about that game. Evil? Oh man, full in.
Yeah, he's been on me to play fucking
threatening him.
I never played online with Red Dead. I only played the story.
Only good with friends.
We've played online like a couple times.
Yeah.
But like the story, him and our friend Jamani, shout out to Jamani.
Definitely.
They're just like on and on about Red Dead 2. Like I think this man has played it probably like 3 times.
I literally just finished
what?
a good
I can
run.
barely finish it one time, bro. What?
I'm playing the first one again. It's just one of those games that, you know, you have GTA 5 that's constantly evolving. It has all this attention, but Red Dead is that under game. It's that game that's like slept on, multiplayer wise and single player wise.
And I feel like it was like a great simulation of the old West. Like I don't know what other game did something like that, bro. That was like unfounded. It was crazy.
Definitely.
So, but you guys were close. You actually just mentioned it. I mean, the same studio, but Grand Theft Auto 5. Like Grand Theft Auto 5 gave people a good bet. Remember, this title has been going on for almost 10 years now, bro.
Absolutely.
I remember me and Andre being in the line to fucking get Grand Theft Auto 5 when it just dropped. It was like a GameStop on Jamaica Avenue, and the line was outside the door. Like, it was crazy. It was not even just outside the door. It was like down the fucking block. We were in there for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. Yeah, I called out of work like the night before. And my friend, this is back when game sharing was huge. So my friend, he gave me his info the night before, and I'm ready to hop on his account. And I'm sitting there, and I'm like, bro, why this store didn't update it? And it's giving me error after error after error because I'm like 1 in a million people trying to download this game.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that, especially the online portion.
Exactly, bro.
The online portion was going crazy that day.
Telling you.
Remember, online didn't drop the same time.
No, I think it dropped the following week. Or probably a couple of weeks.
It was a couple of weeks and a solid month after, like,
because nobody could get online.
No.
Yeah, I remember that. That was, oh my god.
Yeah. So I'm asking this question to ask this, right? Could you guys imagine if Grand Theft had NFTs? Bro, I feel like that would be out of this world. Like, there's so many like things that happen in Grand Theft right now with people like jacking you for your stuff in Grand Theft. If you had NFTs, bro.
Exactly.
That definitely seems like
and it's
that
like
Rockstar would
it
do,
would probably
honestly.
be one of the best pieces to have that content.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, but not to go over your question, like I don't think I answered yet, but I think my answer would because when you say bang for your buck, I'm thinking like how you said Grand Theft Auto, well, Red Dead, you know, you can go back to it and play it time and time again. So, you know, that's, you know, one way to say you got a bang for your buck. GTA 5, like, it's constantly updating. There's more stuff to,
Pardon the police, guys. They're not here for us.
That's funny. But, GTA 5, there's like, they try to spice things up. They add new vehicles, they add new missions. You know, there's like a whole lot of updates, and that, you know,
I feel like they're still updating.
Yeah, definitely.
They are. Definitely.
They're milking that cow for as long as they can. But,
absolutely.
It also makes me think about Super Smash Brothers because Smash Ultimate. Like, if you think about, for years, it was just literally one character. Like, people would wait and people would debate. It would just be online every day. Just like, yo, we need this person, we need that person. Is it gonna be? It would be videos, like the amount of content that people have like fucking created just around the hype of the character, alone,
speculation of it.
Like, you know, rest in peace to Etika. Like, you know, making it like a whole platform based, not an entire platform, but like a good section of it was just like waiting for him to react to like a new Smash reveal. You know, so, you know, I was a little bit sad when they said he's gonna be the last one, the last character reveal last year with it was what,
Sora.
Kazuya from Tekken.
No, it was a Sora.
The last one?
Sora was the last character.
Am I tweaking?
It was Sora.
Wow. Well, either way, they're not updating it anymore, and I was like, man, you know, end of an era, kind of, because it literally was just years upon years upon
telling
years.
You.
Yeah.
So, and people that haven't played in a while always would like go back and like, let me try this out, and they add new. It adds a different layer to like playing the game with friends or online or whatever. It's like, you know, so I think that would be my pick.
Your pick?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good one.
So going back to why. So the reason why I asked that question is mainly about NFTs, right? So NFTs are blowing up right now. Like, everybody is kind of going crazy about NFTs, and a lot of people are asking like, "Yo, what the hell are NFTs?" So for those who don't know, basically, and I'm gonna give you guys a very like broad definition of what NFTs are. It's basically a certificate of authentication, right? So, you know what? Let me just pull up something from Coinbase. Let's do it. NFTs are non-fungible tokens, are special kinds of crypto assets in which each token are unique, as opposed to fungible assets like Bitcoin and dollar bills, which are all worth exactly the same amount. Because every NFT is unique, they can be used to authenticate ownership of digital assets such as artwork, recordings, and virtual real estate or pets. That pets thing kind of threw me the fuck off. I'm gonna be honest with you. But
yeah, I don't know what the fuck that means.
So how does that affect gaming? Darren, take it away.
For anyone who's ever been in the era of Counter-Strike, that's kind of the basis that that's gonna go off of. You can sell person a knife that they can't get back. Yeah. You could sell them a pair of pants that they won't be able to get back from a game pass or a season pass or anything like that. So, for instance, for an example, if Call of Duty, if I buy a season pass of last year and you didn't get an opportunity to buy that season pass, I can gift you things. I can sell you things from that season pass and give to you because you'll never see them again.
Oh,
so that's basically what it means for gaming.
You tell me, so we're gonna have like a fucking digital corner store now?
Basically.
But even like past that a little bit, like because I know this is a horror game, Stalker 2, that I was following for a while, and they made like a tweet the other day where they were like they're accepting NFTs, and people were like, that's kind of just like a weird crowdfunding thing that you're doing, because they're like, oh, if you buy this for such and such amount of Ethereum, we'll put your face in the game as an NPC. And like,
yeah, that's
like,
weird.
Like people used to do that for free, like
exactly.
So yeah, it was like, oh, if you buy this game, like putting your name in this box or something like that, we'll put your name in here for free. Now it's like, no, hey, give us money, give us like a lot of money.
Regardless, that's going to be there.
Ethereum is some bread.
Exactly. You know that's going to happen anyway. Somebody's going to try to exploit something in gaming. It's not just going to be, I sell you this, you buy it from me. Of course, companies are going to try to take advantage of that.
All right, so it goes into this next question. What do you guys think about NFTs being in video games?
I'm not really for it. I'm going to be honest with you, because as far as I am aware, right, and I'm talking more from like a music understanding. Like I know that musicians are looking forward to having like music NFTs, and there's a lot of jargon and like just a lot of like stuff going around that's very pretentious or sounds pretentious, from the outside looking in when it comes to talking about this. But there's a lot of people who are like genuine hearted musicians that just like want to be paid well for like the things that they do, but
like what Tory Lanez did,
right? But even beyond that, it's like people look at NFTs like it's going to be like paintings, where if you buy one painting, if somebody takes a picture of that painting, the painting itself is still going to be worth more than the picture itself, because issue is like people stealing songs, or like like if you're streaming something, streaming kind of devalues music in a sense because everybody has it. So NFTs, the idea conceptually within music would be like, hey, I own this, and everybody who has a copy of it will know that I own this, so you can't like resell it for the same amount as, because what I have is like the real thing. That's what it's looked at is, and everything else is like lesser in a sense. So it brings back a sense of ownership, and I don't necessarily know how that is going to translate to like gaming, because to me it just seems like a lot of developers are just kind of using it as like a like I said, like a weird crowdfunding tool.
Yeah, they're gonna
where, hey, use an NFT for this and and give you like some type of diminishing return, and they just made their entire fucking budget back.
Right. If it stayed in the category of like the way I explained, where hey, I think those pair of pants that you have on your character is fire. Can I buy those from you or something like that? I would dig it. But we all know that's not how it's going to stay.
The industry is going to bank off of it in some way, shape, or form.
My thing is, like you mentioned, if people do this in Counter-Strike already, then what is NFT already adding to the equation besides an exorbitant amount of money?
Right.
You know? Mm-hmm. And once again, I'm speaking from like a place of ignorance towards like the gaming side of it, because maybe half a year from now, somebody's going to explain it. It's going to make a lot more sense.
Right.
But right now, as I see it, it kind of seems like a cash grab.
Right.
You know, people are like rushing to, implement them. And then people have like very harsh reactions.
Right.
Because Stalker 2 was like, it's not super duper popular, but it has a dedicated fan base. Because the first Stalker game was like, early PC,
right?
Like early PC. So like even when we were saying like with like Psychonauts being like years before the sequel, and like a lot of people love that game, that one tweet about adding the NFT kind of like everyone was just like, yeah, I'm okay off this game. Like I'll literally not buy this game if you do something like that, because this is like, what does that mean for you? Like, for you as a developer, if that's what you're trying to do.
Right. You're already getting my money with microtransactions, so I don't see why I have to dive into this NFT thing for you too as well.
It's like a super microtransaction. It's not even a microtransaction. Right. It's like fucking mega transaction at that point.
I'm telling you.
And even damn, I wish I had his name, but the developer for it, It Takes Two, he said something like, "Yo, he'd rather be shot in the knee."
I heard it.
Than to add it. So it's like, I don't know. There's a lot of harsh reactions going on.
Yeah, I feel like the industry is splitting too, though, when it comes to that.
Oh, definitely.
I feel like some developers are saying, hey, they want to put that in their games.
Right.
And
it's the newest fad.
On the other coin, then a lot of people are not for it. Like I heard Xbox,
Phil Spencer?
Yeah, Phil Spencer said something about like Xbox has no interest in like going the NFT route.
So. No, what for?
Like I said, if someone can come forward and like show me that it's adding some type of like, besides monetary, right?
Right.
Add some type of value beyond what like a developer can just do by just having a good idea and making a good game, then I'll look at it and be like, okay, I could see that. Because like I was initially very like against NFTs in general. It just sounds like money laundering.
Absolutely.
Like, it just sounds like rich people getting richer.
Right.
But then I have a friend who is like really looking towards implementing it music wise, and we had a conversation. I listened to a space that he was involved with a bunch of people who I think are pretty experienced with the industry, and I'm willing now to see more of their perspective. I just don't. If somebody could do that for gaming, I'm all on board. On board. Like I would love to learn more about it, but right now it's looking like a no for me, dog.
I feel you.
For me, I don't know. I'm a wait and see kind of guy.
Right.
So I really want to see like how this plays out before I even make my like final verdict. Like I get what Shaquan's saying about like being kind of apprehensive about like agreeing or being for this whole new movement that was happening. But think about even like when DLC became a thing, right? Like everybody were against DLCs, and look at DLC right now. DLC is basically the way of gaming in a sense right now. Like,
it's true. If you don't buy a season pass, then
do you think we're better off for it? Like, because
are we better off?
Because there are. That's a good question. Because like there are like a bunch of games that have like great DLC, but then a lot of people just kind of like use it as a tag on to like make more money. And like literally even just recently, right? I had bought Asura's Wrath, and so you guys know I've been playing it. I love that game. I didn't know that the actual ending for the game, you have to buy it. It's a DLC.
Wow.
What?
So
you have to buy the ending for a game,
bro.
That's crazy.
I didn't fucking know this shit. Like,
bro, imagine you're playing your game, bro, and you get to the end of the game and it's a cliffhanger.
To be continued. Like what? What to be bro?
That's exactly what it is. So it's like you get to the last episode and it's just like, hey, we saved the day, and then like the guy hugs his daughter and that's the end of the game. And then like you get like a thing where like a end credit scene kind of where, because there was like a like not a cliffhanger, but there was like loose ends. There's like a whole character that you like had a whole plot line that never did anything.
Right.
And so the character comes back and was like, oh, I can work on the thing that I wanted to do now. And it ends like that. And they're like, oh, well, if you get an S rank in 5 episodes or something like that, blah, 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 you get it. But then it's like super difficult. And then you get that, you get one ending.
Mm-hmm.
After that ending that you had to get the S ranks for, there's like 2 more episodes that are supposedly the true ending that you got to pay for. And I'm just like, fuck, I'm gonna just watch this shit on YouTube. It's a great game, but like that really kind of turned me off. And like that's not even the most egregious use of DLCs.
Yeah.
So
let me not even talk about Star Wars Battlefront 2. Let's just not talk about it. Let's just not.
EA period. Let's not talk about EA period.
Yeah. At that point. EA is just like a big like lottery.
Oh man.
Company. I feel like
all it is, man.
Oh man.
But what was I saying? I think I lost my train of thought for a second. Yeah, so think about even DLCs, right? We're talking about DLCs again. Think about how Grand Theft did their DLC rollout. I feel like a lot of people will put like a bunch of like half-assed or half-finished or half-baked games to market, and then tell people, oh, you gotta buy this DLC instead of like giving us the full game. And I didn't like that. That's was my biggest issue for DLCs. If you're adding value to the game I already have, that is like a valid, you understand what I'm saying? Like something valid, like a valid upgrade, then I can say, all right, this DLC makes sense. But if you're gonna, I need to buy an extra skin or limited edition, this, that, like, well, why would I need that?
Exactly.
Like when I'm done with this game, I'm done with this game.
If it's a case where like fucking skin or you get like a fucking weapon color or some shit like that, and it's like, hey, you can pay for this if you want it. But if it's a thing where like a lot of things is like pay to win now, or somebody like buys something like now all of a sudden like I can't fucking like lose or some shit, like that's weird. Like that's strange.
Right. The pay to, and that's why I kind of like the idea with Call of Duty, like what they're doing with their DLCs to some degree, where you can actually play to earn those skins and those upgrades, right?
Right.
But you can buy them if you want to. Like if you can't wait to like earn them, you can go and buy them. That's fine. I feel like that's fine. But when you're telling me you're gonna lock everything behind a paywall for me to get these things, it feels like extortion in a sense.
Definitely.
High key.
Yeah.
So I'm just, like I said, apprehensive about the NFT thing. We just gotta see how it plays out. It seems super sketchy to me.
Right. Oh, Ubisoft just launched Ubisoft Quartz. What do you guys think about that?
I heard about that.
It's basically a marketplace for NFTs, and I think it's within Ubisoft games. Darren, what's up?
I'm not. Ubisoft got some nerve. First of all, I don't think them and EA is in the same court for me.
Yeah.
There's no reason I should play a single player game like Assassin's Creed, and it takes me 10 days to level up to a certain level, and I could go on and buy a time saver.
Right.
To level up faster.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that was the thing.
No, thank you. You can buy time savers to level up your single player character because you have to. Because grinding single player regular is hard enough.
That's insane.
That's ridiculous.
And they've been doing it for years.
Oh man, that's stupid. I didn't know that.
Absolutely. When they changed the format.
Yeah.
I think Origins or Odyssey, whichever one was the first one where they changed the gameplay format. It's when they started time savers.
You know what? I think they've always had an interest. They just couldn't really define how they wanted to market that yet.
Right.
Remember the Ubisoft store? The Uplay store?
Absolutely.
Like the Uplay store was kind of like a precursor to this new Ubisoft Quartz thing.
Basically. The beginning.
Because whenever you play the game, you'll get like points, and then you could download specific content for a game. Damn, I just put that connection together. But yeah.
Yeah, once again, did not know what the fuck that was. I haven't played.
Uplay was a big thing. It's been around since like Conviction, like Conviction.
Rainbow has it. Rainbow has as well.
Uplay. Because I remember getting like things even in like the old Prince of Persia game.
Right.
Yeah, they had the Uplay store for that too. Who else is coming in trying to get into that NFT game? GameStop. I heard GameStop just made that announcement.
I think
that they're
seen
trying
that
to make
too.
Yeah, they need it. They need it. No one is going there.
You know what it is? I feel like they're just trying to reinvent themselves to some degree.
Yeah,
because I feel like a lot of people aren't really going to GameStop like that anymore.
No,
because like everything is
robbing,
like,
bro. They was
accessible.
robbing niggas blind for fucking like years upon years, and there was nothing nobody could do about it. Like, there's no reason I could buy a console today, open it, close it,
bring it back,
and
for less than half price,
and not getting half price back. Like, if people can go around like things like that, conventions like that, they're gonna do it. And now, like, more than ever, with everybody just being online and everybody like, I feel like most of the population that is putting money towards gaming is at least somewhat capable online. So if I can just like put a little bit of more effort and sell this shit to somebody down the fucking block or ship it somewhere, I'm gonna do that rather than go to fucking GameStop.
Absolutely.
Like, they really kind of shit the bed with that.
Yeah. And I feel like they didn't start off that day, and that's the problem, right? They actually gave you like a good return back in the day.
Definitely.
I don't know when it changed.
When they started that's pushing that store credit and Game Informer. When I used to work for them, that was their big thing, is pushing, like, make sure you push the Game Informer, make sure you push. It's like they didn't care about game sales, but they wanted you to push this Game Informer, push this Power Awards points, push this, push that, and it's just like, bro, listen, I'm just trying to.
I think I might have that shit.
I do. I have it too.
Yeah, definitely.
I actually like the Game Informer, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
it's useful. It's very informative, so I like it. Yeah,
now Power Awards is kind of like, it's a lot better now. Like, when I bought the limited edition for Cyberpunk, I was able to get it for $25, brand new.
You bought Cyberpunk? Hey, not
Did I finish Cyberpunk? That's a different conversation.
He said you bought Cyberpunk. He's like, oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely something.
Like, he was super high for Cyberpunk.
Same,
bro. Like, everybody was.
Cyberpunk is the way, bro. You bugging. You need to play Cyberpunk. I'm like, we'll see.
My thing is, it's so hard to look, because if you look at Cyberpunk, like, if somebody who doesn't know anything about nothing, and then like you just show them, hey, here's The Witcher 3, and then here's Cyberpunk, and you're like, these the same people that made it, you can be like, you fucking lying. Like, that game itself is just.
But I feel like they finished that game on a crunch. That's what it was. They had they weren't ready to release that game. That game was not ready.
Right. Not at all. Not at all.
It wasn't ready.
Not at all. Sick of that.
I think they should have gave it some more time, but I guess they were just trying to like meet deadlines, and that's what messed up the game. That's what screwed, and it actually hurt their reputation too. CD Projekt Red reputation kind of got hit for that. Yeah. They got hit for that.
So whatever
they went backwards.
Drop next, people gonna look at it with a
sideways. Yo, you know what? I have a marker for me personally is if you see a celebrity at any video game convention, bro, come out on stage to promote a game.
Okay, Keanu Reeves set him up then. All right, guys.
That game go fly. But that's just my opinion. Right. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that, but like whenever a celebrity backs a game, like I love Keanu Reeves. He's one of my favorite actors. But whenever a celebrity backs a game, that game flops.
Oh man,
I'm trying to pay attention.
Go back and check.
What other games do we know the celebrity came out was just like, yo?
I don't know if you remember Driver with The Rock. There was a game called Driver.
Yes.
Was that game any good?
I know, probably not.
We can, bro. We could Google all of them right now.
That could be a video.
That could definitely be a video.
You
know what?
Do some research.
Yeah, we're gonna do some research. That's gonna be a video.
Write that down.
That's gonna be a video. Yeah, note that one. We're gonna look into that.
Yeah, I wonder if that's maybe a little curse or something like that.
Yeah, like, celebrity curse.
Celebrity curse.
No, focus on your games. Now focus on celebrity.
Right. Vin Diesel is not gonna save your game, bro.
No.
Okay.
What game was that they had Vin Diesel in? What was it? Arc 2?
Yes. They showed him in the trailer. That was so weird.
I didn't even know Arc 1 was done, because isn't that shit in alpha still? Like, I feel like that should have been an alpha since I was in like the fucking 12th grade.
I hate when they make sequel of games that you could just update. Right? Just update the game.
And you know what it is too? What's bad about that? Vin Diesel's actually like a gamer. Like,
right.
He likes games.
Is he?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, he is. He's a big video game fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like Henry Cavill. Henry Cavill's like, I kind of found new love for Henry Cavill when I saw him build a PC.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, bro. Darren was telling me about that. I was like, excuse me?
Yeah, bro. When I saw that guy do that, I'm like, yo, this guy's a nerd. He just represents us now, bro.
Right.
I just was seeing a bunch of articles. It was like, oh, Henry Cavill wants to do this. He wants to do that. He wants to play like all the fucking video game characters.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
Arthur, Commander Shepard, I'm for it.
He can play everybody, bro. I don't care.
Exactly. I'm for it.
Play everybody. Yeah. As long as it's good, play everybody.
Right.
Richard, his take on Geralt of Rivia,
he earned it. Exactly.
Bruh.
Yeah. But yeah, it's cool to see like gaming in general just feels fun again.
Mm-hmm.
And
there's like newfound excitement.
Yes. Right. There we go. And I mean, it's right on time, I guess. We got the new year, new console generation. Yeah, I'm glad to be excited. Hopefully some more. I don't know what other events are coming up soon or nothing like that. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm kind of excited to see what's gonna happen this year.
We just had CES.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, well, I'm looking forward to everything, every fucking thing. Let's do it.
So going back to the NFT questions, do you guys think NFTs are here to stay?
I think that there's gonna be a big rush for people to try and just like hastily put it into some shit.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And then over time, who knows how long it's gonna take. Over time, somebody will either get it right or get it really wrong, and then we'll see. Because if somebody gets it right, then they're just gonna build off of that and then have it in some capacity, some way. But if it just fails, it's like, bro, it's like fucking VR, right? Mm-hmm. Like no disrespect to like anybody that fucks with VR games and shit like that, but like when the Wii first came out with motion controls and shit like that, everybody was like, fuck it, we need some motion controls. Everybody had a webcam. The Kinect was
Xbox did it. Like,
PlayStation Move.
No, Xbox
bro, even crazy.
You remember the PlayStation had the PSI?
Mm-hmm.
Like with 3 fucking games probably on it. It's just like everybody's like rushing to do something, and then like it's either somebody does it really well or do it really wrong. So Kinect was probably was one of the wrong ones. Nobody was really using the PlayStation shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it only really worked for the Wii, and then people stopped doing it. I mean, not really. You have some for the Switch, but nobody else is doing it. No. And now VR is like, I don't want to say the new thing, but it stuck around a little bit longer than I thought it would have. But I feel like NFTs, if someone gets like it in a little groove or something like that, it might go like that. But once again, we don't even know what that's going to look like. So once again, we just got to wait.
Right. To see how it goes.
So, Darren, did you got anything else to add?
No, it was just a bounce off of him, because like even stuff like the PlayStation Move, like I remember going to buy Killzone 3, and they had 2 different editions. They had the PlayStation Move controls where you could stick it inside the little Killzone gun and you could shoot at the TV screen. And I was like, and I seen people buying it. I'm like, oh, that might be a cool concept. And then I had the one where you have like the helmet and you have like books and stuff in the game inside the helmet. And I'm like, wow, I wish I had that PlayStation Move controller. And like literally months later, nothing else started dropping.
Come on, bro. That's exactly what happened to the Kinect, bro.
Right, exactly.
Because I remember we had like Wipeout. What else? What other game did I have Shake on? I had a few games.
Fucking Fruit Ninja.
Yo, I was tired when I was done playing that game, bro. I swear.
So, yo, and like, I'm about to have like a little controversial opinion. I'm gonna sneak it in real quick, but like, I because we have the PS5 here and we got to try it out, and like the DualSense controller, I kind of feel I'm not too crazy about. Everybody's like, "Oh, it feels so good." Da da da. It's tiring.
Yeah, he told me he got motion sickness from it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just a me thing or something, because I do get motion sickness like pretty easily. But I felt sick playing Astro's Playroom.
Call of Duty will kill you then.
Probably. It was just too much going on. Maybe it's something that you got to get used to or something like that, because I only used it one time. But like just having it in my hands for too long, and like all of these different sensations, because it's not like it's just one vibration. It's like a different vibration on your left hand and your right hand on the fucking trigger and like all this other shit. And it's just like, it felt like a lot. Plus you're not just like, it's not like the controller is just vibrating differently. Right. You're using the controller itself like the same way you would use like the nunchucks with the Nintendo
Stick. That's weird. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, so like I don't remember if it was like you gotta flick the controller up for like him to climb or something. It was like a bunch of different. You're using the whole thing, and it's tiring. Right. You know, it's a gimmick that I guess
they're not going to continue with that for too long.
No, they can't.
I mean, I feel for different games they're gonna tailor it, so it's not gonna. Oh, you have to like say you're playing fucking Battlefield and you have to do this to throw a fucking grenade or nothing like that. I don't think they're gonna do that. Like they're gonna tone it down for different games, but. I don't know.
It's just like really the PS4, the controller. Remember how fast the touchpad lasted? First few games, Infamous, you scan in with the touchpad and you swipe the touchpad, and no one gave a shit about the touchpad anymore.
I didn't even remember that was a fucking thing.
Exactly.
But if one thing could be said, there is, like there's something to be said about trying different things creatively. But I don't know if NFTs are. I don't feel like giving them the benefit of the doubt to say like, yo, they're gonna use NFTs in a creative way. It just seems like a cash grab.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm very willing to be wrong.
Let's just say, for me personally, let's just say I'm like skeptically optimistic.
Right.
Yeah. So let's just wait and see. I'm the wait and see guy, right? So
yeah,
I just want to see what they're up to. So. Now that we talked about NFTs and kind of gave you guys an idea of what they are, you can share your comments on any of our platforms. So we're on Facebook, we're here on YouTube. Who knows? You might get featured. So I'm going to turn it over to Quan to what to play this week.
Well, I mean, we were already talking about, the Game Awards and, the games that we've seen like this console generation. Or I mean, last year I should more than say. So we've spoken about Psychonauts a lot, so I think Psychonauts is a good starting point. If you haven't played that, whether the first one or the second one, like if you have an Xbox with Game Pass, you can get the first one. If you have a PC, I believe the first one is also available on PC. Also, Psychonauts 2. They're not super long games. Trust me, they don't take too long to beat. It Takes Two as well. Doesn't take very long to beat. If you have a friend, they don't need to have the game. Also, that's on Game Pass, I believe, still. And last one, Metroid Dread, which I haven't personally played, but I have watched a lot of gameplay for it. Like friends that I've watched them play as well. And it's just,
I beated it.
You beat it already?
Yeah, I beat it already.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it just seems really fun. I'm definitely gonna look at it.
Fun story. Very off topic. So I beat that game in Puerto Rico. I was on vacation when I beat that game.
Puerto
Rico is fun.
Story.
Don't. It's
so
not
when you say fun story, you mean fun story for me? It's like, haha, I remember when I was on vacation.
Flexing. But I beat the game on the flight to Puerto Rico and back. So I kept on playing it. So I played it on the plane and I played it back.
How long was the
flight to Puerto Rico?
Like 3 hours, right?
Chilling?
Yeah, 3 hours. It's almost the same flight to Jamaica. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah. So I was at Psychonauts 2, It Takes Two, and Metroid Dread.
Okay.
So on that note, here's a dope clip from Solar Aimbot killing on Apex Legends. He's a streamer on Twitch. Same follow his name, Solo Aimbot.
Awesome. That's the Mike Tyson awesome.
Right.
Awesome. Here at the Kashcroe Radio Show, we like to leave our listeners with some kind of an inspirational quote. What better way than to use video games? Here's one of them. Check it out. We all make choices, but in the end, our choices make us. Andrew Ryan, BioShock. So on that note, that's it for episode 1 of the Kashcroe Radio Show. Thank you guys for listening. Also, thank my co-hosts, Shaquan and Darren, for stopping by.
Hey, anytime, man.
Anytime, bro.
So, with all that said, it's been your boy Dre. And like always, play on, players. Peace.
Peace.